just needs a beat down, needs humbling. Instead of eating cheeseburgers, I'm going to feed him some humble pie.
It's something that we took very seriously and something that a lot of work has gone into, and obviously it hasn't been resolved. And
it was quite a pathetic.
Anthony Joshua has officially filed a lawsuit against Logan Paul after an alleged physical confrontation, shifting the situation from online exchanges to a serious legal battle with real consequences, making it clear through this decisive action that he will not tolerate being targeted outside the boxing ring, and that this response is far more significant than a simple warning or minor dispute.
Oh, él es esto, él es aquello, él es, dije, pero ¿por qué te preocupas por lo que ha hecho alguien más? ¿Qué has hecho tú como luchador para aumentar tu ego? Pero no pudiste.
At around the 40-second mark, Eddie Hearn reveals that Anthony Joshua is no longer holding back, turning the situation into a serious legal confrontation, as Logan Paul's actions have gone too far, and the matter is now being handled in court, making it clear this is not just a caution, but a powerful statement that any attempt to challenge Joshua outside the ring will lead to severe consequences. Shortly after Jake Paul suffered a heavy loss, Logan Paul reacted aggressively instead of staying out of the spotlight, charging at Anthony Joshua in a sudden and unprovoked incident that caught everyone off guard. And this wasn't merely poor decision-making, but a wildly reckless act that sent shockwaves through the boxing community, pushing him far beyond his limits, and triggering an intense backlash that has left both fans and fighters in disbelief at how extreme the situation became.
Everybody knows he's not a real boxer. There's levels to this game, and he was way out of his level, way out of his depth.
Logan's impulsive strike against Anthony Joshua, combined with the aftermath of Jake Paul's heavy defeat, paints both of them as amateurs overstepping into a sport they clearly aren't suited for. Their boldness comes off as laughable, and the entire boxing community is witnessing their dramatic downfall unfold firsthand. Carl Froch spares no words. Logan Paul has publicly embarrassed himself. This absurd stunt is nothing more than a failed bid for attention, revealing him as an imposter in the boxing scene.
Shit, but where does he go from here? What does he do? I'm not even arsed, man. I can't be arsed with this bullshit anymore, this clown world. It's a joke shop. It's just a big fucking... It's just an absolute...
Johnny Nelson doesn't hold back in criticizing Logan Paul. This reckless stunt did nothing to boost his career, earnings, or standing in boxing. Analysts point out that, lacking a genuine challenge, Logan revealed himself as
his career, for his bank account, everything, for his development. I don't think he did anything for his development because he didn't have somebody in front of him that wanted to test.
Logan Paul's own statements underscore the reckless arrogance shared by both brothers. With Jake recovering from a broken jaw, this chaotic episode reinforces their reputation as novices unable to compete at a professional level. Spectators and insiders alike are left Adam Smith captures the situation perfectly. Logan Paul's actions should never have occurred, yet we're witnessing complete absurdity. The Paul brothers keep crossing every boundary of boxing etiquette, transforming the sport into a scene of confusion and embarrassment. Each reckless move erodes their credibility and leaves fans baffled by the sheer delusion of their behavior. Johnny Nelson emphasizes the enormous risk Logan Paul took by targeting Anthony Joshua, disregarding the harsh realities of facing a top-tier champion in the ring. With Jake Paul already humbled and beaten, Logan's bold move comes across as desperate, an ill-conceived effort to restore lost pride. Analysts and insiders had warned that provoking Joshua was a serious misstep. Now, the Paul brothers' actions resemble a tragicomic spectacle filled with overconfidence, risk, and public embarrassment. Each blunder only reinforces the notion that they are out of their depth, making their antics far more humiliating than tactical. Counterpunch boxing paints the scene vividly. Jake Paul's battered and bloodied face tells the full story. He appeared completely unprepared, a novice outmatched in a professional ring. This harsh image underscores Anthony Joshua's dominance and highlights Logan Paul's disastrous judgment in the fallout. The Paul brothers' reputations are now tied to injuries, shame, and failed theatrics, leaving fans astonished, as what was intended as a spectacle for attention instead turned into a lesson in public humiliation, cementing both Logan and Jake as cautionary figures in boxing history.
Nose is jacked up. This dude got his nose split and slid. His shit's moved over.
Spencer Oliver is blunt. Logan Paul has made a complete fool of himself, and his reckless behavior only reinforces that image. Attempting to take on a world-class fighter, even one past his prime, revealed his total lack of skill, preparation, and respect for boxing. Both Paul brothers now stand as clear examples of overconfidence meeting harsh reality, leaving fans and insiders alike wincing. Their stunts, injuries, and public blunders have turned them into a laughingstock.
It's a joke in my eyes. Do you know what I mean? It was a life or death struggle with a guy that is clearly past his best.
The weight concept breaks it down. What began as a minor shove quickly escalated due to Logan Paul's reckless behavior. The seemingly small slap at the face-off ignited the chaos. Although security stepped in, the damage to the Paul brothers' credibility was already done. Their attempts to hype the fight spectacularly backfired, making them appear immature and out of their depth. Analysts note that this stunt only amplifies doubts about the brothers, revealing them as clout seekers pretending to be serious fighters. Each blunder reinforces that they are unprepared for professional.
Fighters pushing and shoving probably shouldn't be slapping each other at the face-off. Security did a pretty good job of corralling it while they could, but I thought it was just an open.
Ariel Wani highlights the harsh truth. Anthony Joshua's strength and precision make him a formidable force for any opponent, and the Paul brothers quickly realize they've bitten off more than they can handle. Every punch Joshua lands has serious impact, exposing Logan and Jake as reckless amateurs chasing attention rather than fighting with strategy. Analysts point out that taking on a prime champion with such reach and power was a disastrous error, turning each of the Pauls' moves into public embarrassment. While their antics may draw...
And every time he threw a punch, I like winced because he's a big man and he's an incredible boxer and he's still in his prime and he's got a very long reach and he's got a lot of power in that right hand and that left hook is terrifying as well, and so I thought it could end at any moment.
Channel Shannon points out that this fight wasn't just another bout. It became a public showcase of ego and failure, as the Paul brothers' reckless actions in and out of a ring turned the event into a circus highlighting their incompetence. Every attempt to provoke Anthony Joshua only worsened their humiliation, exposing them as immature amateurs chasing clout while seasoned professionals dominate, leaving fans, insiders, and commentators stunned, their credibility in ruins, and Anthony Joshua standing as the disciplined, dominant, and utterly professional contrast. After Jake Paul's heavy loss and Logan Paul's unprovoked attack on Anthony Joshua, the brothers' credibility has been shattered. From face-off slaps to emotionally baiting a prime champion, every reckless move has exposed their lack of skill and judgment, turning them into a laughingstock in professional boxing. Analysts, insiders, and fans agree that these clout-driven stunts were disastrous.
It's frightening for the sport. It's not that it's bad, it's frightening. But listen, this isn't boxing as a sport, this is the circus.
Revealing them as amateurs out of their depth. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua's calm yet dominant performance has mercilessly highlighted their weaknesses, leaving Logan and Jake publicly humiliated, with even close associates questioning their decisions. The pressing question now is whether the Paul brothers can recover, or if their legacy will be forever defined by shame, spectacle, and failure.